Hi. So, as I've already mentioned, John 7 verse 53 is not in the some of the earlier manuscripts, some of the earliest ones, but 7:53 says, they went each to his own house and ate one. And again, 8 1 till 11 is not in the one, probably the best manuscripts, but as I mentioned, it's probably spread by word of mouth. It was probably an oral tradition. That's what I read anyway. So verse 1 says, but Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Early in the morning he came again to the temple. All the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. The scribes and Pharisees brought a woman who had been caught in adultery, and placing her in the midst, they said to him, Teacher, this woman has been caught in the act of adultery. Now in the law Moses commanded us to stone such women. So what do you say? So in the Gospel of John, the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, they have very high place in society. But here they do the temple guards job, bringing the woman to Christ. And some might say that, oh yeah, you see, it wasn't supposed to be originally in John, or it never happened. But at the same time, if you think about it, when people are angry, they do a lot of things that is out of character. They do things that illogical. So I don't think that would be such a big issue in terms of, using it as an argument, as it never happened. Because if you think about it, whenever you're angry, you do and say a lot of things that you don't even mean, or you act so out of character that even you shock yourself. But the other thing is, it takes two to dance. So where is the man? Because it takes two to commit adultery. Where is the man? According to the law of Moses, they were supposed to charge both of them with the crime. See, so that thing wasn't, they didn't want to bring justice. It wasn't about bringing justice. It was about catching the woman, making her look bad, and reveal her crimes, if you will. And the other thing was the testing of Christ. And verse 6 continues, they said this to test him, that they might have some charge to bring against him. Jesus bent down and wrote with his finger on the ground. And as they continued to ask him, he stood up and said to them, let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at her. And once more he bent down and wrote on the ground. So this is the only place in the Bible where Jesus writes. And nobody knows actually what he wrote, but people have some ideas. Jeremiah 17:13 says, O Lord, the hope of Israel, all who forsake you shall be put to shame. Those who turn away from you shall be written in the earth, for they have forsaken the Lord, the fountain of the living. It's possible that this is what Jesus wrote, or people understood that there was a prophecy about those who turn away from God. In any case, whatever Jesus wrote there, they turned their own charges against them, because as verse 9 continues, but when they heard it, they went away one by one, beginning with the older ones, and Jesus was left alone with the woman standing before him. So whatever he wrote there, people left. Verse 10 continues, Jesus stood up and said to her, Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you? She said, No one, Lord. And Jesus said, Neither do I condemn you. Go, and from now on sin no more. So what you have to take away from this section is the mercy of Jesus is without limits. But the question is, what do you do when the mercy is offered to you? Do you accept it? Have you accepted it? Or do you think that you're better off living your life the way you want to live your life? And before you think you live your life according to your own desires, really, have you fulfilled your dreams? Do you have your dream job? Are you without trouble? Do you have anything in your life to look forward to that shows happiness, like no trouble at all, bliss? Because what Paul said, that those who love Christ, no eye has seen, nor ear heard, nor the hearts of men imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him. And I think it's something worth contemplating on. Amen.